as, we got to do the math, think of it as that many lives. It's slavery. It is. I mean, it's literally slavery. Let me do the math.
And it sets the precedent for even, if we don't stop them now, they're setting up new bubbles, new scams, new frauds.
Right. So if I'm not mistaken, 100,000 people are going to work their entire life to pay the taxes for Geithner to do that. You know, and it's not just, here's the thing, Alex, it's not just Americans, it's people all over the world, because people all over the world are being forced to buy Treasury securities. You know, it's a global taxation system. They buy Treasury securities, the Treasuries go down 5-10% a year, and so they get drained, just like communities all over America being drained. It's global, it's not just in America. And so, you know, here, I mean, people are giving up luxuries, you know, or now necessities to play this game. But, you know, people are losing their lives all over the world because of this drain. So it's not just when you give away $10 billion, you know, say it costs you give away 100,000 tax lives in America, but you're literally giving away lives, you know, around the world. So it's a slavery system engineered through financial means, and it's highly invisible, but I think we're beginning to understand it.
It is a high-tech slavery. We're going to come back and get into more solutions with Catherine Austin Fitts of Solari.com. I agree with her. One of the biggest things we have against the enemy is the states and their rightful power and arresting these criminals.
America is in deep, deep trouble because we don't know our rights. Let's get real freedom back into America by teaching and promoting the Bill of Rights with the 2010 Freedom Calendar. Why? Because our forefathers gave them to us. Because the Freedom Calendar is true patriotism in action. And because if you don't know your rights and use them, you may lose them. The Freedom Calendar is the best educational tool in over 200 years. It shows in detail how to use your rights, how to answer any bureaucrat, how to use your guaranteed rights for true freedom. The Freedom Calendar is the easy way to learn the proper use and function of each of our rights and is perfect for homeschoolers, business promotions, and fundraisers. Order your Freedom Calendar now for just $15, and discounts are available for bulk orders. Call 651-771-5234. Again, 651-771-5234. The Freedom Calendar. Know your rights or lose them. Order now while supplies last. Call 651-771-5234 today.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As they're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
I have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
Americans have heard much about change in recent times and are now waking up to the truth. Well, here's a few facts about your food you may want to change. Did you know that nearly 100% of the food on store shelves comes from a few corporations and that most is genetically engineered, chemically sprayed, and transported great distances? Baker Creek Heirloom Seed Company, like you, wants to see Americans change and take control of their own food supply, one seed at a time. Over 12 years, we've become America's premier supplier of pure, non-GMO seeds with over 1,400 varieties. Gardeners and homesteaders know Baker Creek offers some of the most popular seed collection kits, like our large heirloom kit with 60 full-size seed packets for only $99. The kit contains 25 types of vegetables and comes packaged in a metal can for long-term storage for just $99. Look for our free catalog today at rareseeds.com. That's rareseeds.com or call 1-866-OLD-SEED. That's 1-866-653-7333 today.
Folks, we're offering a new video at Infowars.com on DVD. It's Shadow Government. Very impressive. With Catherine Albrecht, G. Edward Griffin, many others. This film is really well done and will wake up a lot of people. Get Shadow Government today. I saw the trailer we put up for it on YouTube, and there's some guy in there saying, Jones is being sensationalist. There's no such thing as a shadow government. They have now admitted the shadow government, the national security state. It's all over the news. Just Google shadow government. You'll see hundreds of mainstream news articles. People are still kind of in the old propaganda of 10 years ago that there's no global government. It's all being announced. And you people don't want to admit you were wrong, so you're denying it's happening because you're lazy. Now, I know the listeners aren't like that, but you got to give this film Shadow Government. You can get Fall of the Republic half price when you get it with Shadow Government. You can also get one of the free T-shirt deals. Got a bunch of specials at Infowars.com. There's also the Solari report, and you can subscribe to that at Solari.com. And she breaks down precious metals, you name it, just incredible, incisive info on the economy. Catherine Austin Fitts, where do you see gold going? Even though they've been trying to drive it down, it's going back up now.
Well, I think we're in a long-term bull market for what I call tangibles, real things. You know, throughout history, through investment history, Alex, you go through periods where financial assets perform much better than tangibles, and then tangibles perform much better than financial assets. And so, but what's happening is the investor, Jimmy Rogers, somebody asked him whether he believed in peak oil. He said, forget peak oil, it's peak everything. And, you know, the fundamental economics of the planet is we have 6 billion people and growing, and there's only so much real stuff, whether it's base metals or precious metals, commodities. So we're absolutely in a long-term bull market.
And when you have all this inflation and paper scams, people will always run back to real assets.
And that's, you know, if you look at the one currency that people recognize, not because anybody requires them to or not because the government has it, the law, but the currency that is liquid and recognized all around the world is gold and silver. And so I think what you're seeing is a lot of, you know, we've printed all this paper, whether it's Treasury securities or derivatives or other kinds of fiat currencies, and you know, and now people are saying, well, you know, what can I hold that's real? And not only that, what can I hold that's real that I can put in my pocket and take with me? So I think we're in a long-term bull market for precious metals. I don't think it's a magic bullet. You know, you can't. It's not food. It's not water. You know, so it's no magic bullet. It's very.
But it's got to be part of your portfolio.
You know, this is definitely an asset that people should understand and consider. I'm loath to say it should be in everybody's portfolio because everybody's different. You know, and so there's unique. You know, it's unique for everybody. It's extremely volatile, so it's something that before you tiptoe into this, it's something you really, really want to learn. And we have some great audio seminars, you know, and of course on the Solari report we do one a month on precious metals. So there's a lot of good information if you want to learn more.
Well, Catherine, I appreciate you spending time with us. Even if we don't get Geithner indicted and they're talking about it, and they're having congressional hearings about it, we can at least politically convict them and politically crucify them because they deserve it, and just openly in the court of public opinion explain these are a bunch of swindlers, so as they try to carry out more scams in the future, people don't buy into it.
It's so important, Alex, that everyone understand that we're looking at a group of people who really have gone across the line and are not going to come back. These are not responsible leaders that we can look to. These are people who are across the line in something that is really, if it keeps going, is going to kill many of us.
Well, that's it. I mean, they have already stolen tens of trillions, robbed, committed crimes openly. Why not commit a million more crimes? And they're wrecking society to do it. Order out of chaos. Catherine Austin Fitts,
Have a great day, Alex.
Thank you so much for spending time with us. Retransmission with so many incredible guests starts now, Infowars.com. Great job, crew.
Thank you for listening to GCN.
Excellent.
Be sure to visit GCNlive.com today.
All right, folks, retransmission starts now. Stay with us.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't